Hello friends! Okay, I wanted to make a quick video displaying how to wash your hair correctly using Monat shampoo and conditioner. These shampoos are highly concentrated, so you do need to make sure that your hair is thoroughly saturated, that you're using a small amount of shampoo, and that you're rinsing thoroughly in between washes. We always wash twice, and you do want to allow the product to sit on your head for a minute. So just to make sure that all my friends are washing correctly and getting the best results from their products, I wanted to have a video to show you guys. So my sweet sister Serenity is my model today. Came over to their house, and so we are just going to show you how to wash correctly. So I know it sounds funny, like the grown women, do you really need to be taught how to shampoo? But it is important to make sure you're using them correctly. So we're going to start. Is that temperature okay? All right, we're going to start with making sure that the hair is thoroughly saturated. Now, Serenity usually, she routinely uses the junior line. Let's see if you can back up just a teeny bit more. Will you be comfortable if you back up a little bit, or no? Okay, we can stay right here. And making sure that the underneath is wet. She normally uses the junior line, but for the sake of demonstrating today, I'm going to use shampoo and conditioner from the adult line, just because that's what the majority of you will be using. So, her hair is thoroughly saturated. I'm going to use the Renew shampoo for her. Oops, hold on. This is the brand new bottle. So I got that off. Okay. How much you can see, that's the amount I have. It's about a nickel size for her right now. I'm going to rub it and emulsify in my hands, and so you can clearly see that they are covered in product. And then, let's shut this off so we can't hear it. I'm going to begin massaging into her scalp. I'm really not worrying about the ends right now, because her hair is not colored. She doesn't have a lot of buildup. I probably could have used a little bit less shampoo for her on this first wash. She's getting a really good suds and a good lather, but the majority of the time you're not, and the Renew shampoo does actually lather a lot, but the majority of the time you're not going to get a rich lather on your first wash unless you're washing. If you're like an everyday washer, you don't really have days worth of just buildup and environmental buildup on your hair. When you're washing every day, you'll probably get a good lather. But in general, the first wash is probably not going to lather, and that's okay. Just keep working it through the scalp. See how I'm really just focusing on massaging it into her scalp. Okay, baby, you can put your head down. It's so helpful to have a little sister that likes to have her hair done. Okay, is that temperature all right? Okay. So now we're going to rinse. And I'm gently kind of massaging the scalp a little bit when I'm rinsing, also to make sure, lift up your head just a little bit for me, baby, that I'm getting all of the shampoo. Lift you up just a little. Making sure that the underneath, there we go, is all rinsed. When you think it is rinsed, rinse for another 5 seconds, just to make sure you've got it all out, okay? I'm gonna go for about a dime size that time, because she doesn't need that much. That's a legit dime size, y'all. Just a little bit, okay? Emulsifying in the hands again. And again, I'm focusing on the scalp really well, making sure that this underneath, that would help, huh? There we go. Making sure that this underneath is washed. You can lay back down, baby. Okay, when I'm going through the ends, especially if you have longer hair, Notice how we're just rubbing through it like you were pulling your hair up in a ponytail, okay? We're not taking our fingers and kind of raking through the ends of the hair. There's no reason to do that, and it's just unnecessarily rough on the hair to do that. So really we're just dragging it through the ends as if we were pulling her hair up in a ponytail. If you feel like you need to go like this a little bit, you can, just kind of massaging through it like that, but just don't worry about finger raking like that through the ends. You can do that to get to the scalp, but just drag through the ends. The second wash, I'm not always consistent with leaving it on 2 or 3 minutes for the first wash, but the second wash, leave it on for 2 or 3 minutes. Let it sit, let it do its thing. The reason we wash twice using Monat products, it can be a new concept for some people, but it's an age-old method. First wash, we're really removing the impurities, the toxin and the environmental buildup from the day before, however many days, the 5 days before, however long you wait to wash, that's accumulated on the hair, that's built up. And then the second wash is what's really getting in there and allowing the products to do what they do, benefiting the hair. So first you're getting rid of what you have on it. Second, you're kind of depositing and getting all the goodness in there. You can always mix up your shampoos. So if you like to address multiple issues, or for me, I like to use the volumizing shampoo because my hair likes naturally to be more flat, but my hair, same as my skin, is more prone to being dry. So if I'm always using 2 washes of Revive, my hair is going to get pretty dry. My scalp will get dry. They got one of them for me. So I like to mix it up and add in a wash with the hydrating shampoo and then a wash with the Revive, which is the volumizing. So you can always do that. Always wash twice, mix it up if that's what works best for your hair. Doesn't cost you any more to use 2 shampoos because each bottle will last twice as long. So there's no harm in using 2 shampoos to address multiple issues. Second wash, we're really making sure it's thoroughly rinsed all around, lifting up and making sure the underneath. You're the best hair model, Missy. Is this fun? Does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. Good. Okay. Sorry. So after we're done shampooing, gently just wring out the hair, get out a little bit of that excess moisture. Then we're going to take the conditioner that we're using. For her, we're using the Smoothing Deep Conditioner. I'm going to take about this much going on, okay? Small amounts, nice and thick. Rub it in the hands for a second. Rub it through the ends. We don't need to focus on rubbing the conditioner into the scalp, especially if you're prone to having an oily scalp, okay? It's all right if it gets on the scalp. My hair, because it's dry, especially if I'm using volumizing, I do have to get the conditioner up on the, high on my strand to make sure that it's soft enough to comb through it without, nagging on my hair. But mostly we're focusing on the mid shaft and ends for the conditioner. You can leave it on for a minute if you need to, just while you're rubbing it in. But we're mostly focusing on letting the shampoo sit on the hair versus letting the conditioner sit. So leave the conditioner for as much time as you have, but take advantage of the longer portion of time for that second shampoo to sit on your hair and do its thing. Okay, I'm going to thoroughly rinse. If you have thick hair, if you have really long hair, and you need to, lift up and kind of part through your hair and make sure you're getting this underneath, especially if you feel like your hair has been getting greasy more quickly, it is very likely at that point that maybe you're not rinsing thoroughly enough. So we're just making sure it's all rinsed. The underside is rinsed. Okay. And then just take it, gently squeeze out the excess water. Does that feel good? It feels good to have your hair washed, huh? Okay. All right. So after the hair is towel dried, I don't have my comb and stuff out here. That's pretty common sense. I don't need to put that one on this video. But after it's towel dried, you can gently comb through. Always make sure you're using a wider tooth comb and not going for a fine tooth comb when you're first combing through the hair, especially if it gets knotted easily. You could be causing micro tears and things that you just don't need to be doing to the strands. So hers doesn't need detangler or anything. It feels awesome. You wouldn't need anything to get through this. If you feel like you do, if you have a lot of hair, thick hair, you're doing your kid's hair and she's, you know, extra sensitive scalp, you can throw some detangler in it, but hers feels good. So if you have any questions, please always message me. I would love to help you kind of troubleshoot, make sure you're using things correctly to get the best results. But this is how I recommend you use Monat shampoo and conditioner. Thanks for watching.